What's going on, everybody? We're back here with another haul video. We're going to take a look at some recent pickups. I say recent, within the last several months. I haven't done a haul video in a while, so no particular order here. We'll just kind of take a look at what I've picked up, and you guys can tell me what you think. Some of it I think is cool. Some of it's just dollar bin stuff, but we'll take a look. Recent ones are these two right here. Venom 155, Venom Verse 1. These were, as you can see, this is what they had a price that was 8, but they were doing a buy one, get one free, so roughly, well, these are both, what? Slight brand cover price, basically, I guess is what I'm asking. There's some variants. I don't know if these are anything crazy or not, but I do like the art on those, so pick those up. Again, buy one, get one free. If it's something I like, I'll snag it. But I am cheap, so I will try and wait for the sales. Same store, yeah, same one. So like I mentioned, buy one, get one free. Had this here, the G2 collector's pack. Back in the 90s, they used to do a lot of these comic packs, kind of like the Walmart ones we have now, but a little bit different. As you can see, it's got the Transformers Generation 2 issue 1, and then the G.I. Joe issues that preceded that. I think I had this back in the day. I know I bought the G2 issue 1 at a comic store, but I don't remember if I ever saw one of these packs or whatever. But you know, some of these books, like the G.I. Joe, the later issue ones, are actually worth a few bucks. So if it's $20 for 4 issues, I mean that's $5 an issue, right? So I mean that's a pretty good deal, I think. Considering I think most of those are not counting the G2 one, but I think the G.I. Joe ones are going for a few bucks. So, and again, as I mentioned, buy one get one free. So they had this. They had a bunch of kind of Bronze Age comics, as well as some variants and stuff. This was probably the the rarest, I guess, or I don't know. Issue 130. It's not in super great condition, but it's not horrible. It could definitely use a clean and a press. I mean, it's probably not worth more than what they have it priced at, honestly. But so again, buy one get one free. So you know, $20 for those comics. I thought that was a pretty good deal. Then when I was in Kansas City a couple months back, I went for this small convention, a Toycade or something like that. It was kind of like a retro game kind of convention. I have a video up on that if you guys want to check that out. But they were selling some books too. Some guys had a few things. Went to one dealer. He had this for $6, which I thought looked like it was pretty nice condition. So I picked that up and got started $20.99. I used to have both of these back in the day, and then like an idiot, I sold off most of my comic collection. So, anyways, he took $6 for both of them. So you know, I'll snag that. Did that there. Same convention. There was a guy selling graded stuff, CGC stuff, who, little malfunction there. I was talking to the guy. I guess he never presses anything, so all his stuff was just sent in raw. Hope for the best, and he got 9/8 on some of it. So speaking of G.I. Joe, we picked up. We got issue 3. Right there, if you can see that. 9/8, yeah. And then we also got issue 4. Whoa. Oh! There it goes. There it goes. Well, if you guys can see that. He had these priced, I think, at 85. Yeah, 80 each. I think he took 135 for the set, though. And I think these are going for a few bucks. I mean, these are not issue 1 or 2, but they're high up there. And they get 9/8. I mean, you know, some of the Joe stuff can be worth a few bucks. So that was I think back in January when I picked up most of that stuff. Oh, and then on another Kansas City trip, I grabbed here. Then pulled the Garbage Pail Kids variant. I think this was going for something at one point. I don't know. I don't think it is now, but just a cool cover. Nothing beyond that really for me. And then went by Half Price Books and found this. This is first appearance of the Stepford Cuckoos. I always pick this up if I could find it, if it's cheap and in good condition. And it seems to be okay. I don't think it goes for a whole lot loose, but I think a graded 9.8, if I recall, is like about 100 or so. I'd have to look again, but I always try and pick that up if I see that. Kind of an underrated key, I think. And then, speaking of Kansas City, I go up there whenever I can find something to do. And I went to this, I wouldn't even call it a convention. It was more like, kind of like a flea market, but it was in a bar. Anyways, I had a bunch of guys selling comics. I grabbed this. The guy I bought this from was actually running a promotion where he had this dice game where when you bought a slab or whatever, he would let you roll the dice and you get a certain percentage off. So, I mean, he only had a price at 45. I think with the discount and all that, I took it home for about 38. So, just a recent slab. I mean, it's not worth anything, but just cool for the price. And at the same convention, and again, I call it a convention. I don't think that's what you'd really call it. But I hit up a bunch of the guys selling stuff. So we had, we picked up from one guy. We got Daredevil 55. I already have this book, but this seemed to be in a pretty solid condition. So I think he was doing a thing where it was 3 for $5. So I picked that up. So I got that. I got this Captain America, the homage to the original Captain America one. Looks like there's a little bit of a stain or something there, but great cover. And then speaking of Cap, got the Ta-Nehisi Coates one here. Just a cool cover. I think another Alex Ross cover. $5 for that set. So I was like, okay, sure. And then I went to one of these other guys here. One was selling this one. I think this was just a recent issue. It was $1, and it didn't seem to be too dinged up or anything. So why the heck not, right? And then I think this one was $1 or $2. Transformers. I always pick up the Marvel Transformers issues if I could find them loose. I said loose. If I find them in high grade and priced, a couple bucks, unless it's a key or something like that. But I had pretty much the entire run of the Marvel Transformers comic back in the day, except for a few issues, and I again sold it like an idiot. So I try and rebuy that if I can, if it's a good deal. Then another guy I think it was the same guy that sold me the slab, if I recall. He did the what was it? I think these were 4 for $1, if I recall, or 4 for $5, something like that. So we got this cool Batman cover. I don't know anything about it. I'm not really a DC guy, but picked that one up. We had Juggernaut series here. We got issue 1, issue 2, and issue 5. I think he had issue 4, but I recall it was kind of dinged up, so I held off on that. And then from a different guy, oh, you know what? I forgot to mention a couple of these. Actually, no, never mind. I think this one guy, I bought all these other ones from here. He had 2, 5 on Grendel 1. I have this, but it's a really beat up copy. So again, if I could find this for usually a couple of bucks, I'll pick it up. Just to have on, just to hold on to. I like Grendel, so I'll pick that up. This one, nothing special about it, just a cool cover. And I figured the more stuff I bought, the better of a deal he might cut me. So then he had a whole bunch of the Jason Aaron Ghost Rider ones. So we got, what do we got here? 22. And I think this book was hot for a minute. I don't know if it still is. He had it priced at 10. He had a couple copies that I only picked up 2. I think these were the highest grade ones I thought I saw. So that, we have 21. Okay, we're jumping back, I guess. 21, 23, and 25. The Jason Aaron set, so Missing 24. I think, as I recall, he had that, but I don't think it was anything like high grade or anything. So I think he took, what, I want to say like 20 or 30 bucks for that. He did knock a few bucks off. So it turned out to be a decent pickup, I thought. Anyways, you see the tomatoes there in the back. So those were some recent ones. Then, actually not too long, just a couple weeks ago, I went to Arkansas, Rogers, Fayetteville area, and went to a couple of video game stores that I found out were carrying comic books. And didn't know they were doing it, but picked up Daredevil 3 from the Zdarsky run. You can see that there very well. It's 3. We got that. From that same store, they had... Oh, the camera's just doing its own thing right now. Sorry about that. They had this one here. And this is just a cool cover. I know this... People always love this cover. They had this priced at $1. It's a little dirty, a little dinged up. You know, not a 9/8 by any means. But, I mean, a little bit of a cover torn there. So, you know, probably worth $1. Just fodder. I'll added that. They also had another Jason Aaron's Ghost Rider issue 25. This one was actually just $1, contrary to what it says. It seemed to be okay condition. Maybe a few nicks and dings here. But for $1, you know, why not? Then I did manage Meet the Skrulls. They had this one for cover price. This was hot for a minute. I don't know if it still is. I'd have to look. This was, I know when the Secret Invasion trailer came out a couple weeks back, this was doing something. So I got that for cover. I think I have a copy of it already. But did manage to snag that one. So I was pretty excited about that. They had issues 2, 3, and 4. But not 5. So I kind of was like, do I hold off? Do I get the whole... So like an idiot, I just bought issue 1, right? Well, I'll mention that because they'll show you something here later. And then this one, kind of interesting here, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. This is a second printing from the Donny Cates run. And I think this one was a pretty low print, because I have not seen a whole lot of these online. And, I mean, the few that I have seen on eBay are like, I don't know, people want like 30, 40, 50 bucks for them. I don't know if that's what they're selling for, but I thought it was in decent condition, but there do seem to be a few dings in it, so probably not a 9/8 anymore. And then, speaking of sales, on to my local one that was doing another sale, and they had Meet the Skrulls 4, got 2 copies of that, and a 5. Ugh, 2 copies of that. So like a dunce, you know, I should have grabbed issues 2 and 3, and I would have had the full set, but oh well. Maybe I'll go back sometime and pick it up. And then, one of my favorites, Beavis and Butthead, issue 16. I used to have several issues of this back in the day. So if I see this now, any issues really that are in good condition for a couple bucks, I'll pick them up. I'm trying to complete the run. Haven't done it so far, but... And then, got the Moon Knight, Mark Spector Moon Knight, issue 50. And these were all buy one, get one free, so I think I paid $3 for the set plus change. So I thought that was a decent pickup. And, yeah. Got 1 or 2 more things here to show you. If you're still with me, I appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around. Got Timeless, the one from last year. Issue 1. This one was, at one time, pretty hot. It's not worth anything now. So I snagged that. We got that. Then another buy one get one free sale here. Remember that cover just a minute ago? This one's a much higher grade. So that was $1. Another X-Men. And then we got the two Venomverses, issue 2 and 4, connecting covers. I would love to find issues 1, 3, and I think it was a 5-issue series. And I think these, I'm a sucker for connecting covers, I'll admit, especially if it's great. I think these are Clayton Crane variants. I don't know if you can see that with the glare there. Anyways, so, although I'm kind of down the rabbit hole now where I got to pick up the other 3 to complete the set. So I kind of wish I hadn't done that, but oh well. And then, let's see, what else did we pick up? Oh yeah. So I went to a convention in Rogers a while back. This guy had these in the dollar bins. They just looked cool. I don't know anything about these books. Well, Rorschach I know a little bit about. Silver Coin, I have issue 1. So I had 2 and 3. And then a local guy, he was doing his own comic book, Vengeance. Haven't checked it out yet, but I plan to go through it and see what I think. And then last, couple more buy one, get one frees here. We got Rise of Dracula. These are some variant covers. I got 2 copies of that. One trade, another Virgin. And then we got Ghost Rider Return of Vengeance, issue 1. A couple of the variant covers here. I don't know if those are rare or not, or probably not worth $1. But anyway, so, I mean, 50 cents for those that's what it amounts to. So anyways, that was my latest pickups, comics. I picked up a bunch of Omnis, as I always do. I haven't, I might do a separate video on those, but let me know what you guys think. Again, if any of you guys are familiar with some of this stuff, like this right here, Vengeance, if any of you have read that, I don't know. Original Geek Comics, interesting. So, always cool to help out the self-published guys. But let me know what you think. Let me know if any of these books you think are worth anything. I'm curious if any of you guys have the second printing here, Guardians of the Galaxy, what the story is behind this one, because I didn't even know they did a second printing of this until I saw it. I'm kind of disappointed there's a few dings in there. This one, a Cole 9.8. It's a great cover. I think it's a Shaw one. But thanks for sticking with me, guys. I appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. So, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.